Sabrina, what was you thinking? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about what she did at Coachella. I do want to make a video about Coachella in general if I have time. But this is what happened.
I think I heard someone yodel. Is that what you're doing? I don't like it. That's your culture, is yodeling? Is this Burning Man? What's going on? This is weird.
So that was interesting. I have seen so many people defending her, it is insane, but I'm not surprised since a lot of her fans are a certain demographic. You know what color they that are, and they are choice feminist, so I'm not suspicious they defending her. I also think she was trying to be sarcastic and funny, but came off in a weird way. I am tired of people getting called out, and all of a sudden, it's a joke. Not everything problematic your favs do is a joke. You'll want to cancel someone so bad or making a mistake. She thought it was yodeling, and anyone else would have thought the same if they weren't known of the culture. She said sorry, and now she knows. At the end of the day, we all humans who make mistakes get over it every time someone famous is called out. Y'all so fast to say people trying to cancel them just for calling them out and holding them accountable. People didn't expect her to know everything, but she was little told it was someone culture, and she kept going and going so clearly it wasn't no mistake. Y'all would hate me if I was famous. Yes, we would. Glad, you know? She didn't need to apologize. It was someone interrupting a soft piano part of her performance by yelling lol, but we all know if it was a person of a certain race, y'all wouldn't have an issue with it. At all. She didn't know an apologist move on. She was told and carried on going, and her apology was bad and still called it yodeling when it's called Zaghrouta. There are so much other comments defending her. This video is so odd.
One less lonely nigga. One less lonely nigga.
You clearly don't care about racism, because why are you calling it yodeling when it's been said it's not yodeling? Also, calling it stupid is insane, and the comments you are liking. I also have seen many black people call out Justin, but his fans are the male versions of you Sabrina fans, so obviously both Justin and Sabrina will be fine. I found another video and I can't
The Sabrina Carpenter yodeling situation has just made me realize that none of you know what the word racist means. None of you know what the word racist means, because if any of you think that her saying I don't like that sound you made is racist, that's not racist. That's like me saying I don't like Mexican food. If you don't like Mexican food, it doesn't make you racist. If you don't like Chinese food, it doesn't make you racist. Like, I don't like most foreign food, like Indian food, and even some types of Mexican food, I can't eat because I literally cannot eat anything spicy. Like, anyone who knows me, my Mexican friends, know that I don't like spice. I cannot handle spice. I will literally have a reaction if I have something remotely mildly over this normal spice tolerance that everybody has. I have a very low threshold for spice, but me saying that I don't like spice does not make me racist.
Saying you don't like Mexican food because it's spicy isn't the same as what Sabrina did.
It makes me a human being. And if you're putting on a TV show, if you're putting on like a performance set, and if you're a performer on a set, you don't want someone yelling and screaming and making weird, odd noises.
Ooh, so you one of those people. I didn't know a culture celebration is a weird noise. Something being new to you don't make it weird in the way Sabrina was clearly intending.
Okay, you have to remember that Sabrina Carpenter has literally had people throw stuff at her while she's on stage. And you know what other stuff that she's had happen. And you have to remember that all of these singers, all of these performers are already on edge because of the constant different weird things that have happened to singers and performers in the past.
Her having things thrown at her has nothing to do with this, so what are you on about?
10 years. All of these performers are already on edge. All of them. A lot of them have anxiety, and you yelling and screaming in the middle of their performance is probably not going to make them feel comfortable.
You on about, right? But they are fine way most of the crowd cheering, but when it's a few people, all of a sudden, they are anxious. Right.
And it doesn't matter And why would she know? And you also have to remember, this is a white girl. She's a white girl. Sabrina is probably one of the most whitest pop stars that is out there right now. Whiter than Tyla or the whole of Cat's Eye or Camila Cabello. She's literally such a white girl, and there's nothing wrong with that. But she's not going to know about something from a culture that she probably has no, like, she doesn't know. I'm not even white. And I do not know, have never heard of the yodel noise, whatever, that this person made. I've never heard of it in my life. In fact, I don't really know anything about that whole, like Middle Eastern.
Her being white doesn't mean she lacks common sense. She was told it was their culture, and she says to her, so Sabrina knew and should have kept her mouth closed after that. No one said she would know, but she known after she was told about it. You should know what it feels like to have your culture disrespected, so calling it yodeling is very odd.
Culture. I don't really know anything about Middle Eastern culture. Like to be blankly honest, I didn't learn much about it in school. Like genuinely, I didn't learn about that much of it. And after that, you can't even travel to the Middle East without it being dangerous. If we want to get into a whole different topic, so why would she know about that culture? Why would she? Okay, like and yeah, she's a pop star. She probably traveled to more of those places than we on her day-to-day sitting on her couch. But why are you judging something that you wouldn't have even known about? You're sitting on your couch with no money, and you're never gonna.
Because she was told. What does me sitting have to do with anything? Just bringing up and needed things up for what? Well, I'm judging because I know I wouldn't react how she
go to those countries. But she's probably going to get to travel to those countries. And when she's in the certain countries, she probably searches up on their culture. She probably does research on their culture before she travels. But she wasn't in another country. She was in America. And you brought your culture into America. And we're expecting her to automatically know what you're talking about. No, she's an American. She's an American-born citizen. Like, she's not going to know about all this stuff. And yeah, you don't know what was going through her mind. Yeah, she made that face, but this is Sabrina Carpenter we're talking about, guys. She's very dramatic. Everything's on her face. You can see everything on her face. That's literally her personality and her public persona. Okay? And yeah, people can make weird faces at stuff. Like, that's...
We don't have to know what was going through her mind to see her face, what she said, and her tone. Yeah, guys, stop calling her out because she smiles and laughs, guys. Look at her, so cute. So cute. Zaghrouta is not part of my culture, and this is just my personal perspective, and I am open to being corrected by people that do use Zaghrouta in their culture. This is all for today.